I'm Maxime from the French Embassy. We'll wait a couple of minutes, like usual, before starting this fifth episode of the series about studies in France. This time it will be about studying a French language in France for short or long period. So we'll have one guest. So we'll just wait a couple of minutes, and then we'll start. So yeah, 3 minutes, I guess. I won't be long today, so please don't be scared. Stay with us. How are you? I see Wejdan. Hello, Wejdan. How are you? Do you have French speakers in live today or not? I don't think Wejdan is a student in France. Soon she will be. Iman speaks French, very good French. She's in master degree currently in Grenoble, I think. Perfect, ça va bien. Okay, we'll wait 3 minutes. Just and I will make a quick introduction, and then we'll have one guest, who is Mrs Nadège Zafirovic, who is part of the international relations department of the Cavilam-Alliance française de Vichy, which is one of the most important linguistic centers in France. She will introduce center and talk more about the programs they offer in French, what are their facilities, the location. It's in Vichy, so it's a small town, very nice small town in the heart of France. And she will talk also about the social and cultural activities they offer besides the French courses, the different range of programs they offer. So either for studies purpose, so long stay to learn French and reach the required level to study in French at university, or for short-term programs for having fun, for learning French, have an experience abroad, have a summer program, for example. They do have a very good summer school, so we will do that. So I'm just checking if she's online yet or not. Not yet. So we'll wait. Still. Some people have studied at the Alliance Française at the Cavilam-Alliance française de Vichy, or not, online with us today, because a lot of Bahrainis go there. So I will start, and I wanted to do this live about learning French in France because firstly, we accompany a lot of young Bahrainis who go to France every year to study French language for short or long periods. Secondly, learning French, as I said, constitutes for the majority of the people here in Bahrain the foundation year before studying, for example, in bachelor degree in France, taught in French. Bonjour Ayat. And finally, I wanted particularly to let the floor to the Cavilam-Alliance française de Vichy, because they have been partner during many years until today, and we sent people from the University of Bahrain, those who study French at the French Study Center based at the university. We send them every year for 1 month of linguistic program as a scholarship in Vichy, in this linguistic school. So that's why they know Bahrain. They came a few times before, and I would like to invite Nadège with us, and let us speak for our own institution and explain to you why it is a very interesting center, very competent with a lot of teaching skills, a huge team, and how they can offer a good experience to learn French, have an experience abroad, and maybe studying in France after all. So I'll just invite just 1 second. Bonjour Nadège.
Bonjour.
How are you today?
Very good. And you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Thank you for having accepting to join me for this live. And I contacted, I think, 3 days ago about that, and you accepted directly. So thank you very much for that. And I'm very happy to have you despite the current situation. I guess you are at home today, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes, I'm home.
Yes.
And thank you for the invitation. I'm glad to be with you, Maxime, but also with everyone. Hello, everyone.
Yes, they are shy yet, but they can comment anytime, and we'll answer also to your questions if you have some. So don't hesitate to interrupt us during our conversation. So first of all, I will let you introduce yourself and maybe present in a few words what is Cavilam-Alliance française de Vichy.
With pleasure. Well, my name is Nadège, and I work at Cavilam-Alliance française at the International Relation Department. So I'm in charge of the promotion of the school and especially in contact with, the Gulf countries. And I'm in charge of Bahraini students and of Bahrain at Cavilam. Cavilam-Alliance française is the second biggest Alliance française in France. We welcome about 4,000 students a year from more than 120 different nationalities. So we welcome students from all over the world, so from all continents. And we have them for, most of them come to improve or to learn French. And this is the main activity of the school. But we also have teacher trainings because we welcome teachers, about 800 teachers a year. And so we offer them as well teacher trainings. And one of the highlights of the school has always been the innovation in teaching French to foreign students. So we try to have our students very active in the class. We have very dynamic classes, and it's not the teachers talking and the students listening, but it's a lot of interaction in the classes, and we focus our teaching on that.
Okay, so very innovative methods, and so yeah, it's impressive the figures you just dropped, like 4,000 students per year. So it's a lot. So you have we can say a very good know-how, and how do we deal with the current situation with COVID-19? Because I guess it's correspondent courses. You don't have any students anymore in your facilities.
Correct, yes. Well, we had to close on March 16.
Yes.
And so we have transferred all our classes into, all of our face-to-face classes.
Yes.
We have transferred them into online classes and online course. And so our students are still having their intensive French course, but online. And it's amazing the work that has been done, because I saw some of the students a few days ago, and they are still making a lot of assessments, even though they are online with their teachers. But our teachers are making a lot of efforts and are, again, keeping the interaction in the class. So yes, well, we had to transfer it to online classes, at least for for the moment.
Yeah, but it's good you adapt yourself to this situation, and it's everywhere the same. But for you, it's a huge number of people, and from a lot of different countries. So that's a beautiful challenge, and I think you tackle it well. So, do you, one question specifically about the Middle East region, because I think you are in charge of this region. Do you have many students from Middle East? So I know from Bahrain you have a lot, a few dozen per year. But what about other countries in the Gulf, and what about them?
Well, we have a lot of students from Gulf countries. We welcome students from Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
We have students from Oman.
Yeah.
We do have students from the United Arab Emirates, some from Kuwait as well. So yes, I would say that, of course, we have Asians, we have Americans, but I would say that the Gulf countries are well represented in Vichy and at Cavilam,
So,
yes.
so they like this place. It's
They, they like it, yes. It's they like it. They like the way of life, and they like the school, and they like the way they can meet other students from all over the world, so they appreciate it.
can we talk more about Vichy? I haven't been myself there. It's a
Mhm.
tiny city, very famous in France. And can you talk more about the environment? Why is the life there is so smooth and easy for international students?
Well, Vichy is a small city, okay? Even though it's a small city, it's an international city. So first of all, of course, Vichy is known for the cosmetics.
Yes.
Most of students, and probably the women, but not only the women, will know Vichy cosmetics. And but because of Cavilam-Alliance française, but not only, the city welcome a lot of people from all over the world. So it's small, but at the same time, again, very international. The students, what they like, I think, students when they are here, is that they can go everywhere easily. They don't need to use either a car or a bus or any public transport. They can walk everywhere.
Yeah.
It's and also we will talk about this later on, I think, but we have a lot of families, host families, who welcome the students.
Yeah.
And so it's a family atmosphere. Vichy is small, and also when students are here, they must jump in the pool and speak French, because it's a small city. It's a city in the center of France. So few people speak English. Some people do, but few. So if they go shopping or go anywhere, they will have to jump in the pool and swim and speak French. And in the city, there are a lot of great facilities because I talked about the cosmetics, but also there is a big beauty center. It's one of the biggest in Europe, where you can have massage, spa, and everything. And so this place attract a lot of people also from Russia or from the Emirates, for example. So, and the other point is that in Vichy there are a lot of sport facilities. And one of the goals of the city hall and of the region is to have Vichy part of the organization of the Rugby and Soccer World Cup.
Okay.
So and also of the Olympic Games that will be held either in 24 or in 23. And so because of the sport facilities, we are used to welcome also international athletes. And just to give you an example, we have a big Ironman, welcoming more than 5,000 racers.
It's impressive.
And sorry?
It's impressive. And by the way, His Highness Sheikh Nasser, one of the sons of His Majesty the King of Bahrain, is Ironman. He does a lot of Ironman, so maybe we should have a word with
yes, we should talk to him.
To advise
him
to go to Vichy, do the Ironman.
Exactly.
Because 5,000, it's a big Ironman. It's something.
Yes, and it's being bigger and bigger every year, actually. So last year it was 5,000 racers. Okay. So that's
a small city, but with a lot of facilities, if I understand well. Some cultural diversity, but also about linguistic, purely, strictly. You have to jump in the pool and speak French with people, and that's something where we say also to students who go to France. That's something very important because they have to go beyond their own boundaries, and they have to do the effort to talk. And it's in talking and being amongst French speakers that we improve ourselves a lot. Language is about speaking mainly, so that's something interesting. It's not Paris. Paris, you can live without speaking French, for example. Cavilam has also this culture because of its location. So could we go more specifically about what are the programs you offer? So depending on the levels, the duration as well. So please, we are all listening to you. And I think we have already 2 or 3 questions or comments. We'll go just after this question. We'll answer to them.
All right, perfect. Yes. What we offer, we are very, very flexible in the way we work. And so we have intensive French courses, and it's the case right now as well. We have intensive online course, and we can welcome students with any level. They can be complete beginners, or they can have or be advanced. And we test them in French, and then we place them in the class corresponding to their level, so an international class, of course. And the students can book either 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So the duration of the course is to be chosen by the students. We are very flexible, and so some students take just 2 weeks. Others will come for 3 months or for 6 months. It depends on their goal as well. I mean, it depends on their level and what they want to do, if they want to study in France afterwards. So right now, at the moment, because we have online courses, we still have the intensive French course. So it corresponds to 20 hours per week. But we also offer other options, like what we call semi-intensive course, so only in the morning or only in the afternoon. Okay. But it keeps the same organization in terms of testing the students before they start the class, and then we place them in an international class, and they make assessments. The way we work is the way the teachers teach actually is also very adaptable, I would say. They do not use like a specific program or specific method, but they adapt their teaching to the students in the class.
Yeah, that's something very good. Also, that highlights the abilities of centers, a big center like you are, to adapt yourself also to the students, to customize a bit to the needs of the students you have in front of you.
And we have students every week, so we can welcome new students every week.
Yeah, and that's something we need to say, that you have a lot of different sessions due to the high number, great number of students you have. So a student who want to register in your center can come anytime. He will have a date of beginning soon after.
Correct. They can come anytime. Our classes start on Mondays,
Yes.
so they need to book the week before. But as long as they are not complete beginners, they can start any Monday.
Okay, that's a good thing to know, because currently a lot of people are at home due to the situation. So if they want to study French a couple of hours per day, it's possible right now.
Yes, online, either in the morning or in the afternoon, or both.
Okay.
And they just need to go on our website and check the online course.
Okay, let's say that the crisis will be over soon, and you will be able to welcome students in new facilities again very soon. What kind of accommodation do you offer to them? So they have the choice. So please tell me more about that.
Yes, well, we have our own accommodation departments.
Yes.
And so, as I said before, a lot of our students choose to stay in host family. This is one of the highlights of the school, and this is the reason why a lot of our partners work with us, because we have more than 400 host families, French host families, who welcome the students. And so all of them are carefully selected families, and we are in Middle East countries, Bahrain, and so all our families are used to welcome students with a different culture, different religion. So the families know how to adapt their way of life to also welcome the students from any culture, any religion convictions. Yes. This is one of the highlights, but we also, and this is the best way to stay in a family, is the best way to practice. This is the reality. I'm not going to lie to you. It's the best way to learn, to improve, to listen, to talk, and to get confidence. So to me, this is my conviction, but to me, it's the best way. But we also have studio apartments, and actually, we are going to have a brand new building ready soon. And this building is just across the street where the classes are held. And it is going to be a high-standing building with high-standing facilities. And the studio apartments are quite big because they are between 20 and 30 square meters, with quite a big for one person. Yes. or two people, and they have quite big bathrooms, and it's just across the street in the city center, so everything in a walking distance. So it's nice.
It's very convenient, and either living with a family is also a very good option, especially if for young students, I would say, because sometimes the parents can and are right and can be right to worry about sending their children abroad. So that's a good thing that you talk about that solution, which is very interesting. First for the language, and then the students are not like alone in the nature, but they can be in a safe place with adults around them if they need. So even if with the apartment, like you said, it's just next to the center, so you have also the support of all the team of the Cavilam, I guess. So I have a question now, a very technical one. If I'm a Bahraini student or international student, and I want to register for the next station, what is the process? Who should I contact? Should I contact? And how is it going? So I will let you speak about the registration itself, and I will talk for the long-term programs. How do you process with the visa and everything? So please, ladies first.
The booking or the registration process is quite easy. Right now for the online course, everything is done online, so they can book the course online, pay by credit card. So pick the dates, pick the program, and go ahead, book and pay, and that's it. It's on. When students want to come to Vichy, either for a short or long-term course, it's easy. They can also book online, or they can fill out a form and send it to me. I will be their contact because I'm in charge of Bahrain, so I will be talking to them or writing to them, helping them with the registration process. And if it's for a long-term course, then we will send them, once we receive the form and the details of the booking and the payment of the course, we will send them the confirmation they need for the visa. So they will get a confirmation of enrollment and also a booking, the accommodation booking confirmation.
Yes.
And usually those two documents are the one needed to go and at least apply for the visa.
So yes, indeed, for the duration less than 2 months, the students with those two papers can apply by themselves, and it's very easy. They go on the embassy website, they go through the process, they got an appointment, and they present all the documents, and they got the visa if everything is complete and all the conditions fulfilled. They got the visa within 1 week to 10 days, maybe. Then about more the duration of stay in France, more than superior to 2 months. It's a different process. So they go through the exactly same process, registration online on the French embassy website, and then they have to come to see me to present their project, and I will assess the file, but just to check if everything is in order, if nothing is bad or unprepared for the visa appointment, because it will be a long stay visa. So the conditions are more strict than for the short-term visa. But the process, you just have one appointment with me in addition compared to the process of the short-term visa. And I'm very gentle, so no worries about that. Okay, that's a good thing. So now I think everybody knows how to register tomorrow with Cavilam for a program, is short or long. Maybe I will come back to a few questions. I saw one question. I saw comments of former students in Vichy who are maybe very nostalgic. I hope to visit again. I just read. What did I see before? The city is safe and lovely. So
I didn't lie.
You, I have the most wonderful time in Vichy, so that's very good. Okay, I think we have only this kind of comments, so that's positive. So you see, we don't lie. Maybe can you talk? Can we talk? So we have we are already at 30 minutes, so maybe a couple of minutes in addition. Maybe can you talk about what do you offer besides the French courses in terms of cultural activities, social activities, and yeah, that's it. Please go on.
Okay. Yes. So even right now, with the online courses, we try to keep the contact with the students after the course. And so we are still offering some social activities online so they can have a gym, online gym course or cooking classes, how to make cookies or any of the. So we try to keep the contact with the students even though they are taking the classes online.
Okay.
And we try to launch some, some challenge and stuff like that. But usually when students are in Vichy on site, after the classes, they can attend any of the cultural activities we offer. So we organize full day or half day excursions, visits of castles, testing of local food. They have cinema evenings. They have international evening, so where they can themselves present and show their culture, their own country and their own culture. What else? Sport activities as well. So they can go to Lyon, for example, or sometimes during summertime, for example, we organize trips to Paris for one day or 2 days, or to Disneyland, and or to the Château de la Loire. So they have the choice
Okay.
between a lot of different activities after the classes and over the weekend.
Okay, and otherwise they can be free and go their own activities also on their own.
Yes.
So no.
They can meet with other students, with friends, and just hang out. That's it.
Okay. Maybe I come back to the programs. Just one question. For someone who wants to study in France and who are who is like beginner in French, how long do they need to study French to reach the required level, which is B2 in French? So what do you usually advise in terms of duration? Intensive, I guess, courses, but for how long?
Mm-hmm. Well, we tend to say if the students don't, well, if they know English, it helps, of course.
Okay.
But we tend to say that if they arrive at a beginner level, they will need at least 6 to 9 months and maybe a bit more of intensive French course.
Okay.
And of course, again, it helps a lot if they stay in host family, so it will go faster. But if they want to reach the B2 level, I always say that a minimum of 9 months is good.
Okay. Question also about the cost of the programs. So you are an association, sorry. So you don't make profits and for some shareholders. So you have this non-lucrative status. So that's something we should know as well, I think. And the cost, I think it's very reasonable. It depends on the duration, of course, but
yes.
Maybe you could, for example, for 6 months, do you intensive programs? The idea about
I didn't bring the cost list with
Okay.
me, but
I
think we are about 200. I think it's 220 euros approximately per week.
Okay.
If you stay more than 6 months.
Okay.
And it goes, it's the rate depend on the duration you take.
Okay.
So the longer you take, the less you will pay.
Yeah, logical. Okay, very good. But from my experience, Cavilam is the cost is reasonable, and especially we have a partnership with between the Cavilam and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, our minister, which gives discounts. So that's also something if the student go through the embassy. So me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something we should mention as well. Maybe I think we have said a lot of things. Maybe a few questions. If you have some questions now, it's the moment. It's your moment, and we'll answer to you. Maybe one word about the scholarship program of the French Embassy, which is going on with the University of Bahrain. So the students who can access to these scholarships are the students who choose as French as a minor at the University of Bahrain. So all those who study French at the French Study Center as a minor can access to the scholarship program. They have to go through the selection organized by the university itself. And the scholarship is for a duration of 1 month, usually in August, every summer. And you can go once, of course, to let the space to all the other students. But it's also maybe a very interesting experience. Maybe you could have a word about that, Nadège?
Yes, well, the students, I usually meet the students from the University of Bahrain who come during summertime, and they, according to what I know, they love the experience. It's a great opportunity for them to leave the French language and to meet with other students. So, well, I could say just thank you to the embassy for them and for us as well.
Indeed, no, it's a very good collaboration according to us. So we'll see about this due to the situation, but we wish to do that and we wish to go on with these scholarships. So I think we have say everything. No more questions. So I would like to thank you very much, Nadège, for your time, and I hope we'll be in touch soon, I guess. And I hope everything will be all right in France. I think the situation is improving. Maybe the confinement will be more flexible, let's say, during the next weeks. And I would like to thank everybody who watched this live. So it was episode 5. You will be able to watch the replay as well on YouTube and Facebook, and maybe soon in Instagram. So don't miss the next episodes. You can find the 5 first ones online, and we'll meet for another topic next week. I suggest I'm open to any suggestions about the topics. So I have a couple in mind, of course, but if you want me to tackle a specific point, I could do so, and I could find also a guest to talk about this subject. I was thinking about doing an episode about PhD studies. I was thinking also about a couple of other topics, just like executive education, executive MBA in France, for older people, I would say, let's say professionals. So please share with me all your feedbacks, and I'm open to that. And thank you again, and take care, and see you soon. Merci beaucoup, Nadège. À très bientôt.
Merci. Shukran. Thanks.
Afwan, masalama.